Hi, this is Luke Robitaille from the LA Kings, and listen to King's Realm. I think they actually do know what they're saying.
Welcome to the King's Round, presented by the Hockey Podcast Network. Be
your mouth.
sure to follow us on social media, King's Round Pod. Leave us a voicemail. Send us a text at 562-317-0087. So, the Kings have hired a new general manager. After a quick search, they have hired Ken Holland, formerly of the hated Oilers. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. And the playoffs
Connor
march
McDavid
on,
to the Kings! Oh.
And we need to figure out what's more embarrassing. The Kings' first-round exit or the Knights' second-round shellacking. I'm Dennis Wilson. That is James Whitlock.
I vote Vegas.
And Jordan Heckler.
Ooh, this Japanese beer does not have a good crack. Noted.
I don't feel like my beer had a good crack either. And it got me all wet.
Haha.
Sorry, we were just, we're starting late because Jordan was just sitting in the room, not clicking the join studio button like
Listen,
he's
bitch.
done for like fucking 5 years.
It's not the only reason why we started late.
I mean,
Oh, I should press record, huh?
oh, you motherfucker.
Dude, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Is that the excuse you use with her too?
How quick it was? Oh, we got comments like on the screen now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
new
we
feature.
fancy.
Holy
fancy.
shirts.
Yeah, holy shirts and pants. All right.
What we
Everybody
got?
enjoy their week off?
Yes. Maybe. Sort of.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think I found a glass, though, or a cup.
If it doesn't fit in your pants.
It's about 100 years old. Do you think it's safe to drink out of?
It might have some lead in it, but you know.
We'll find out.
Yeah. So quick story, non-hockey related, but it's about this cup that I'm staring at right now. I found an old box next to a very old TV up like in the rafters up in our garage like a year ago.
Uh-huh.
And I went through it. It was like all these people's like personal shit, like all of their like old photos and stuff like that. And like I went through all of it. And I don't know whose
hot?
it is. No. Well, probably had a huge bush. In front of the house. Don't be gross. Anyways, like I kind of felt bad throwing away most of the shit, but like there's no way to track down these people.
I mean, I'm sure there is, but
Social media, but
Yeah, but like there was no names on any of it.
Google search.
How do you Google search a photo?
image search.
There's
Yeah.
image search. It's a button right on the search page.
But then someone else would have to have that photo also
Yeah.
uploaded to the internet,
Maybe.
which is
Ancestry
highly doubtful.
and Facebook and
Cool. Make me feel like an asshole, James.
I mean, Reddit, you can just post it up there.
I mean,
be
it's
like,
not hard.
hey,
It's
I own
currently
this
not hard.
house.
You're right.
Redondo Beach and blah, blah, blah.
Anyways, I found some of this shit. Hold on. I'm going to grab it because it's right here. Some of it's kind of cool.
I feel like public record on home ownership, you could just figure out the
I
names
know,
of the
you
people that own
Probably
it.
figure out a name. Well, it wasn't the people we bought the house from, so it might have been the people before. Yeah, see, Hannah's got a guy.
Well, it's too late.
He reunites people with their old photos.
Wow.
That's what he does. Come on, Jordan. It's kind of messed up, man. Just throwing away pictures and shit.
Yeah. It's not like you
Somebody's
sat on
life.
this story for a year
Well,
before you did anything about it.
They're definitely all dead.
Look how James is just eating into the microphone again.
All right, this is
Smarties.
some of it. I don't know where the rest of it is.
Did you worry about my eating?
Oh, man.
This guy just emptied his silverware drawer.
Oh, cool. It's silver. So this cup,
Nice.
yeah. There's
dope.
some
Looks a
old.
little
Looks like it was copper
bronzish
inside.
inside, yeah.
Yeah, it says soldered silver.
It's an old mule mug.
Found like some flatware,
Okay.
like cool details and stuff on them. That you
Nice.
can see these days. Here's
Is
a
it
A really
tarnished?
small bottle.
yeah. What else we got? Found an old watch.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
Then found
This week on Antique Roadshow.
Yeah.
a little fleur de lis.
The antique
Saints.
realm.
Here's an old Timex.
It's like from '83 or something.
Hey, Mikey, that's a watch company.
There's a Waltham. I don't know if that's anything. I got really excited. Here's the same company as the first one, Beniers or something. And then Eloga. I don't know what that is.
Maddie Beniers.
Yeah. I got really excited because it's like I found a Belova case,
Mhm.
which that could have been a really nice watch, but that's not one of the watches that's in there. Somewhere there's a bunch of Nazi stamps.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And then check
You
this
threw-
shit out.
You threw those out too, right?
I always
Nope.
knew Jordan bought the right house.
Nope.
Hold on. See this?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
binoculars.
Yes. You're so old. You know what this is,
Yeah, I have them. I have those. They're pocket binoculars.
dude. So you fucking press this button,
Yep.
and they're binoculars.
That's what people used to take to baseball games, man.
I love that Jordan was surprised I knew what that was.
When James, when we were kids, right? Like that, you go to Dodger Stadium. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of dudes that had those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And a transistor radio.
Yeah.
that too.
I always remember there's a dude that used to sit out in the outfield, and he had the yellow like Sony
With the,
like with the antenna. Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm considering drinking out of this cup.
Do it.
Thoughts?
I mean,
I would,
I'm gonna
the
put
alcohol
the-
kills shit, right?
Yeah,
It's
totally.
a sanitizer, right?
All right,
Yep.
I'll be back.
especially Scotch. Actually, Scotch is lower proof.
Sorry, I wouldn't have known that, James.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Don't get. If there's
But
one
this-
thing this podcast does not get wrong, it's facts about whiskey.
This master's a master's collection of Wilberforce Reserve at 119.5 is not low proof.
119.5.
Yeah, every year they do a new one, and
That's
it's
the proof.
Yeah,
Jesus, dude.
oh, I've got 157.
Do you
here.
have like gut bacteria after you drink that?
No, you have no bacteria. After you drink that.
Jesus, man.
Why do you think I never get sick?
You gotta take some probiotics to get your guts working again.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Nothing bad can grow there. It's nothing good nor bad can grow there. So you're just good.
So you're just good. You need the good. I don't know if you knew that.
So
Where did
I don't know.
is Jordan like washing the cup or something? Like
Probably with his hose, which is worse.
it's gonna be worse.
I'd rather just take a towel and take the dirt out of it and just
Yeah.
go for it. But you put the hose water in it, that just now you have a whole different story.
I drank so much hose water growing up. Probably
know.
explains a lot, but you know.
Yeah, same season. All right, so we are in conference finals. 4 teams left.
Ooh, Chafe had a portfolio of nudes once. You won't share
Wow.
those.
You
I invite you to my house once, and Jesus. Oh, Metal and Troya. 15, too expensive.
Too expensive. I've got a new golf guy kind of like that I need to send you.
Oh, yeah. Is it?
Nope. It's a guy, he calls Modelo Model O's.
Oh, okay. There's a guy that plays local golf courses, and he talks his way through, but he does it in like an extremely exaggerated accent.
Uh-huh.
And he's putting up 11s on holes, you know. And but
It's my kind of golf.
he's pretty funny. I'll send you that guy. Watch Pacers Knicks game, and it was great. It was a great game.
What else was a great game?
Huh.
Stars Oilers.
Stars Oilers tonight.
Woo!
It was a great third period. Anyway,
Oh, hey, this has got some cool details on it too.
So I love. Well, we get into that. Stars Oilers. Actually, we got to get into the old games first.
Do we need to get into paying bills
Round
first?
2. No, we can do round 2 first.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna fucking like see my ancestors when I drink out of this cup.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun
we're,
show.
We're
Then.
here while you go through it, so this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
The cup looks so small.
I don't think they intended it to have whiskey in it.
It's an alcohol
Is it?
glass.
Is like everything like peeling off the inside?
I wiped it out. I don't know where that rag's been, but I wiped it out.
There we go. That's even better.
Attaboy.
It looked clean.
Shop rag in there that gets a nice sheen on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe a little motor oil.
Yeah.
It left like a nice silicone-y looking. Oh, why? I don't want to go to
Silicone. That's a new word.
Yeah. I made it up. You like it?
I love it.
Patent pending.
All right, while you get your stuff together, I will pay some bills. Ready to win some real cash during basketball playoffs?
Mhm.
Check out Pick Six from DraftKings. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick Six posterizes the competition, including prize picks. Hit all your picks and score higher minimum payouts on Pick Six Plus. Even more cash if you outscore the competition. Pick Six is available in most states, including Missouri, California, Texas, Georgia, and more. New players get 50 in Pick Six credits instantly on just $5 entry. Download DraftKings Pick Six app now. Use promo code THPN, that's THPN, for new customers to play $5 and get 50 in Pick Six credits. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick Six from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available. Problem gambling? Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick Six not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick Six credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at picksix.draftkings.com/promos.
Boom.
Booyah! Bill paid.
All right.
Oh, thank you,
Round
Mikey.
2.
I have 3 drinks open. One's a LaCroix, though.
Some say you might have a drinking problem.
No, I have 0 problems. I have 3 drinks open.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well.
Yeah. It's a numbers game, Dennis.
Dennis, there's a question about Scully. How's Scully doing?
When you were reading, he made an appearance,
Oh, there
so
we
he's
go.
doing great. It's Skelly. You got to get his name right, though.
I like Scully's better.
I bet
You have Scully on the back of your T-shirt. You look like you're taking a piss.
I realized my zipper was down and I stood up, so
Was your wang out?
No, if anything, was that?
not till after show.
My head's crooked.
What do you do? Oh, James is getting new whiskey. That's what's going on.
Ah, there it is.
I was getting scotch.
Fun fact: I used to get migraines when I was a kid, and it happened because I always had my head tilted to the side.
Why'd you always have your head tilted to the side?
I don't know. It's just a thing.
Just being a kid?
Like, you know those kids who like always walk on their tippy toes?
Yeah, that's a sign of something. But,
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'd have to ask Laura again.
No. I have a friend. He has a 7 or 8-year-old. I think she's 7, and she has always walked on her toes, and she had to have surgery to get it fixed.
This is a physical thing.
Yes. There's a girl at my son's school that's a grade or 2 younger than his that walks on her tippy toes, and there's a different reason for that.
I say this is it's not a just because you walk on your toes doesn't mean anything, but it's
Right.
Yeah. There you go.
Hannah nailed it.
Yeah, but it is a marker.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So she like started riding horses, and like when you're riding horses, you have to have your feet flat, like in the stirrups, and she couldn't do it, and she was in pain doing it. So like they took her to the doctor, and they're like, yeah, your Achilles, like all the way up to the back of your knee, is not like developed properly. Like we have to cut it
Ooh.
and let it heal.
Yeah, that sounds like a major recovery.
Mm-hmm. For a 7-year-old.
Jeez. You think they could like stretch that out or something over time?
I think they can if they catch it early enough.
Crazy.
But yeah. So, anyways,
I've got tall walking can be associated with conditions like cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, and autism spectrum disorder. It can also be a dysfunctional vestibular system. How about that?
I'll show you my vestibular.
I'm glad that we both got it right. It's a cool word.
Jay said, my nephew has a touch of autism, and he has always stuffed all of his chicken nuggets in his mouth at once.
No, but it nicked me.
It nicked me. It nicked me.
Does he say like "look at me" or something like that?
That's such a good special.
All right.
I'm not making him at night. I'm making him at night. I love how like the whole focus. He's like, no, dude, they're having the best time.
Oh yeah. Titties and John Cena.
Yeah. If you ever see one, just do one of these. They'll go nuts. Ear for in your ear. There you go. Just anyways, yeah.
Jordan says he likes it in the vestibular. Takes it in the ear. Jesus. It's some weird shit.
Only from you, James. Only from you.
Hey. Mikey says, I literally love titties and John Cena.
Uh-oh, Mikey.
I mean, don't we all?
Oh, man. Anyways, hey, the Leafs went out in fucking spectacular fashion.
Oh, my God.
Should we talk about that first, or should we talk about how terrible the Knights were? Because
No, let's talk about the Leafs first.
both are great.
Yeah, because Bieber's crying.
Yeah, sorry, Michelle. Nobody cares. Just kidding. Up 2-0. Sounds familiar, right, Kings fans?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give up 3 in a row. No, they gave up 2 in a row, right? No. 3 in a row? They gave up 3 in a row, and then they won one on the road to take it back home. And then they just didn't show up to play the last game.
At all.
No.
I mean, 6-0 in your house, dude. That's bad.
And Marner wasn't happy.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't playing either, so, I mean, I feel like he doesn't have a reason to be unhappy.
Yeah, well, neither was Austin Matthews.
Matthews didn't do shit in that series, did he?
No. Marner at least got some assists, and I think he got a goal.
In the last game. Oh, yeah, yes, nothing happened last game.
But that's a joke from those guys, dude.
Is it though, or is
It's
it
an
just,
absolute joke.
or is it just the SOP?
No, but not that. It's a joke for what they should be doing, what their role is in the team.
6-1. So they did get a goal.
Yeah, I think they got one in the third or something like that, like early in the third.
Max Domi
Yeah,
at 2:07 in the third. Good
Yep.
job, Jordan.
look at me. I watched the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a montage of Matthews in his like post game interviews after every loss since 2007, and he's always said some form of "we'll get him next year," or "there's always next year," something like that. Yeah. So
Austin Matthews had 3 goals in the playoffs.
yeah,
Sad.
Is he? the
And
second-
people still say, like, oh, he's one of the greatest. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, that conversation's over.
He's physically gifted.
Oh, people are still saying that shit.
No, I know, but he's
No,
definitely
Michelle's
physically
saying no,
gifted.
that's not true.
Oh. He's definitely gifted, right? But he doesn't have that dog in him. Let's just say that. A motherfucking montage.
Dude, I didn't realize they lost 2 games 6-1. That's real bad.
Mm-hmm. Through a motherfucking fish lines. Kadri won a cup.
Yeah. Kadri actually produces in the playoffs.
Colorado.
Did. He disappeared off the fucking face of the planet after that season.
Marner had 2 goals.
Kadri was like, he was on my fantasy team for a while. Like, I would pick him up every year because he was always good for everything.
I think Marner had 12 points, though, in that series, or at least in the playoffs. Sorry.
He had 2 or 3 goals and at least 11 assists. Just but going by, I'm looking at like game scores. So
Okay.
yeah, so at least 13 points.
Yeah. So, anyways, Panthers are good. Panthers have that dog in them, and
That's a point
good.
a game, right?
yeah, it's good.
For
That's
Marner?
what
That's
that's
really
what
good.
everyone's saying, though. It was mostly assists for a guy that's supposed to be a goal scorer, but still,
Dude, you're contributing.
exactly. So we'll lead into that to the conversation after this. But it was glorious, and I love that it was like a Habs fan page. It was like you have to be sick if you cheer for the Leafs downfall every playoff, and I responded to you guys with a gif of a guy in a hospital bed.
Mhm, yeah.
Okay, did one of these. Yeah. Irony that a team of cats have a dog in them. Well,
Fair.
have you seen a panther? They would fuck up a dog. But yeah. Brad Marchand eliminates the Leafs from the playoffs yet again.
Yet again.
Kind of makes you feel like the only reason why they made that trade when they did,
just
so they could beat the
just
Leafs
in
the
case they face the Leafs, right?
playoffs. So there you go. On to the Vegas Knights. Can we all agree that the Kings would have absolutely rolled the Knights if we made it to the second round?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know how they would have done against Dallas, because I think we got shellacked by Dallas at least once.
Yeah, but I
In
think
the
the Kings won the season series against Dallas, didn't we?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything apparently because we also beat the Oilers.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying,
Season.
like, it's. I mean, that was also. Most of those were before Rantanen, so.
Yeah. He's good at hockey. He's shown that.
You think?
Not tonight.
It didn't have to be tonight. But yeah, Vegas looked terrible. And it's going to be interesting to see what Vegas looks like next year because they're kind of their MO is like if they go out in a blaze of glory like that in the playoffs, there's going to be a lot of fucking changes, which is why they've been relevant since their inception. So it'll be interesting to see what they do this offseason.
What is crazy too is like 2 back-to-back shutouts,
Yeah,
like to close the series. Like that was nuts.
against another other than fucking Skinner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
they
even-
put Skinner back in. Yeah.
Yeah, because Picard, good old Cal, got hurt.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, if you looked at the roster for those games, they had another backup in. So
Got it. I didn't watch much of the game tonight because I was at my son's spring concert at school. I did, however, break out the phone and watch a little bit of it. I didn't see who was in goal for the Oilers tonight, but
you know what? The internet knows.
Yeah. Jay's got a good point too. Even the game that the Knights won was because Draisaitl scored.
that's
Yeah.
true.
It was a goal.
Own goal.
Yeah, that was funny. After the series was over, somebody pointed out the last goal that the Knights scored was by Draisaitl.
Yeah. And it was not going anywhere near the goal.
Yep.
So, anyways.
Let's see. Skinner. Yeah. Skinner played tonight. Olivier Rodriguez. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Is the backup. So,
That's my job.
Yep. I should have let you go with that one. Olivier Rodriguez. I don't know. I want to put it in the chat so you guys can see this.
Yeah, Steve said someone fell on Picard's ankle.
Yeah.
Olivier Rodriguez. Looks like
So yeah,
Oliver
that's not good.
Rodriguez.
That's
No.
not good for Edmonton.
Yeah. Speaking of for goalies, people are blaming that quote unquote cheap shot against Stellaris. Stellaris, yeah.
Stellars.
The wall was in-
Stellares?
It's Foo Fighters.
Fighters. So, anyways, Evan Rodriguez.
And wasn't that Bennett too? That
Oh shit! Hold on, I just pulled the James.
just spill all over. Wasn't it Bennett that made contact with Stolars?
Yeah, future king.
Future King. Ooh, that was a question. What was it? It was Bennett and who else?
Marchand was.
Oh yeah, Bennett. Would you rather have Bennett and Marchand or Marner?
So here's my thought. If we're just going to get into that, let's just do it because I don't think we have too much more to say about this. That's all I have to say about that.
Well, I mean, I think we can all agree that Vegas is double shutout to end their series is definitely more
He's got to
embarrassing
clean
than
up
the
there, Mikey.
Kings losing 4 years in a row to the same team. Right? Am I right? You
What?
guys aren't paying attention. Yep.
Up, down.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're doing.
Sorry, what were you saying, Dennis?
I said we can all agree that Vegas was more embarrassing than the Kings losing 4 years in a row to the Oilers. Vegas just absolutely collapsing is worse. That's my vote.
Then 4 years losing in a row? No. Losing this year? I have no problem with that. Vegas definitely went out much harder. I think the question is, what's worse or what's better, making it to round 2 or not getting shut out twice? And I
that's an
say,
easy one.
yeah, not
That's an
getting
easy
shut
one.
out twice.
That's why I asked the other question, because that one's obvious.
Yeah, but going 4 years in a row, no, I think that's still worse.
What do you think, Jordan?
The Kings is worse.
Fair enough. Steve agrees, so
And-
that is case closed.
And the fact that, rest in peace, Rob Blake actively tried to get better against one specific team every offseason and failed to do so. He was building the roster to beat Edmonton.
I think he
After-
did, though.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he accomplished it this
I think
year.
he did.
Yeah, but
He
the
had,
other
he
3
had the
years-
roster to do it.
Yeah, I agree. But no, Jim Hill fucked it up.
All right, next question.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have Mitch Marner
No,
or
Yes.
Bennett and Marchand?
Yes. Ben and Marchand, and I think they're cheaper.
I don't know if they'll be cheaper. I think they'll be about the same.
I
price.
think it's roughly the same. It's like within $1 million.
Yeah.
Depends upon what Marner actually gets. Historically, he disappears in the playoffs. He did point a game. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Marchand's Marner's going to get 12 to 13 million.
which is fucking insane.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. I would pay Connor McDavid that in a heartbeat because that's what he's making, like 13.5, something like that.
I thought Draisaitl just got paid that, right?
Yeah, I
13?
think so.
Is that what fucking McDavid's making? I thought Draisaitl was making more because he signed a newer contract.
Maybe.
I could be wrong. This is the type of stuff that Steve knows off the top of his head. Let's see. McDavid. No. What the fuck is that? Get out of here. That's not what I wanted.
12.5.
I've heard talks that McDavid could be the first $20 million player.
Fuck. Yeah, 12.5.
Not worth it.
No, definitely not worth it.
Because even if payroll gets over 90 mil, that's still
Ooh.
like 27% of your.
Next cap hit for Draisaitl is $14 million.
Yikes. So we haven't talked about Ken Holland, but Ken Holland's here, and that's the reason. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because Ken Holland was brought in as a short-term GM. That's been pretty fucking public, although his contract I don't think has been announced yet. The win now move is Bennett and Marchand, which he was brought in to win now. The long-term move is Marner. So I think if he had the choice, he'd probably go with those two guys.
Yeah. Why
Big
is
J-
Marner the long term?
Because he's going to
His longer
sign
contract.
a long contract. Yeah, he's going to sign a $1 million contract. 8 years.
Yeah,
But
for
I
a
don't
lot
think
of money.
you-
Well, I guess he can't. As a free agent,
Seven.
can you sign
7 years.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's like the long term is not like, oh, we're expecting to get a cup down the road. The expectation would still be we need to go for it now.
Yeah, if you're making that money, you better
Yeah.
perform now.
But
We want multiple cups.
yeah, but that doesn't give the next long-term GM the flexibility to do much.
Right.
I mean cap
So-
is gonna go up a few times, so
That's exactly why we don't. Well, that's one of the reasons we don't want
Yeah.
Marner.
yeah, I don't want to spend that much on one player. I didn't like spending that much on Doughty, or what we did spend on Doughty. So
I saw something that no player making over 10 million a year has ever won a Stanley Cup.
whoo.
But not a lot of players have been making over 10 million a year for very long.
There's enough. I mean, you had 2 on the Kings, right?
What?
You got Doughty and Kobe was not anymore.
He wasn't making over 10 million a year.
He was 10. He was at 10, wasn't he?
Yeah, but the over 10 million.
Oh Jesus!
I'm not the one who made the rules, Dennis.
I'm sure
It's
he
like-
got some. I'm sure he got some sort of bonus that put him $1 over.
Like Bobrovsky is like a guy that was at 10 million.
Who's on the case right now, by the way?
Bobrovsky. It's a great compilation. I've noticed some people calling him Officer Bob.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Sure, it's in
one of my
reference,
favorite
yeah.
hockey compilations.
Hey, Steve, don't shit on our parade over here, all right?
Bennett is not leaving Florida. Oh, okay, fine. Just stay there,
Yeah.
jerk.
It is tough though because we would have to pay like overpay. I've
Enjoy
seen
the
this.
humidity.
I feel like whoever they're gonna get, if they're gonna be a big name, you're gonna overpay.
Well, and part of it has to do with where the Kings are located, right?
Yeah.
Where like your take home in California for the same contract is a lot more in Florida.
Yep.
A lot more in Florida. Because you play half your games in Florida. That being said, though, when you play on the road, you
Play more than half your games in Florida.
that's true. But I forget what the term is called. But like when you play in a different state, you're taxed by that state.
Yeah.
So it's not as much as people think, the savings, but it's still a ton.
When you're talking that much money.
Yeah, it's a lot
A
of
lot
money.
of money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So
let's be honest. They're still making a lot of money.
yeah, more than me.
Yeah. Even the league minimum. I'd love to make that much money a year.
Do you think that there's an argument to have sliding cap allowances for teams?
For what would be the reason for the sliding? Like, what is the scale for?
Like to make your take home the same in any state. So like so the same player making $10 million a year in Florida, let's just say they have to keep it easy. They have to make $12 million in California. It's obviously more than that. So those California teams have an extra bump percentage wise in their salary cap to compensate for the lost tax.
Well, it doesn't mean the teams would pay it either.
Totally. But
I feel
the Kings
like
would.
I feel like teams would abuse it. You're gonna find a way to
Well, teams abuse long-term IR, so whatever.
yeah. I feel like that would something that would never fly, because that would like the California, New York teams would use that to their advantage.
But I mean, I can't think of a way off the top of my head how you would use that as an advantage.
And they would. I'm sure when they voted in that they were okay with this long-term IR, situation where like it doesn't matter in cap, doesn't matter in the playoffs, all that stuff. No one thought about this until fucking Tampa did it and won multiple cups doing it. So I don't think it would ever go through.
But the teams that would have the potential to abuse it are like New York and California teams. Those are your big market teams. So what does the NHL care? They clearly don't care about people abusing long-term IR if it brings in revenue dollars.
It's the owners or whatever that vote on that shit. Owners or GMs or some shit.
Yeah, well, they also voted on the long-term IR. So
Well, that's
I don't know.
That's
I just don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, they would. Mikey, your question is valid. California teams would have to spend more money if they stole a player, quote unquote, stole a player from any tax-free state. They would, and the owners would. I mean, it's their option. Would they do it? I don't know, but it now gives the players another card in their favor, right? If you want me, then you need to pay 10% more to bring me there.
Right, like I think that this would be something that would be brought up, like the Players Association. Like this technically limits high ticket players on where they can play.
Well, what would happen if you traded somebody from a state like Florida to New York or LA?
Their salary would go up to whatever percentage was agreed upon. So, say California teams get 20% more salary cap than teams in Florida, then you would take a $10 million contract and now it becomes a $12 million.
Sounds complicated. I mean, I get it.
I mean, there's literally like there are people. What's it called in the NFL? There's people employed on every NFL team that are called capologists because the caps in the NFL
The Kings
are
have
so
one.
yeah. But like the cap situation and like the ways you can get around it in the NFL are so nuts. Like they figure out ways to do like all the teams do, right?
Isn't that like what the franchise tag does or whatever?
No, the franchise tag is like when their deal is expiring and they don't know if they want to sign them for a long-term deal, they can franchise tag them, and then it goes. It's I forget exactly how the math works, but they get paid a ton of money for one season while they figure out like what they want to do.
I thought that it was something to do with like they didn't go against the cap,
No,
like
it's
over a certain amount or something.
that's the signing bonuses. The AAV works differently in
Deferred payments. Oh, wait,
yeah,
that's
well,
baseball.
but there's no cap in
Yeah.
baseball. So I don't know. I think that there's an argument for it, and yes, do I think people are going to explore ways to potentially like use that to their advantage? Totally.
I
But
mean, you'd be dumb not to, right?
yeah, absolutely. So, but as it stands now, the teams that are in Florida have an advantage that the teams in other states don't. So, what's the difference?
How much do you think that really plays into it?
I think it depends on the player.
I honestly, I've never really thought about it much, but you bring it up a lot. So obviously, you think it matters a lot more than I do.
I don't know if I bring it up a lot, but I do think it's a valid concern. Like,
If it gets brought up on this podcast, it's from you.
okay,
And I don't think I've ever
Whatever.
heard James bring it up. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. It's so much fucking money any way you look at it. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
yeah, but a lot of these guys are not going to work after they're done with their career in hockey, right? And
If you make millions of dollars playing hockey plus endorsement deals, and yeah, you should be able to live off that money when you're done.
you should be able to, but a lot of guys are accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and when you don't have an income, you need to change your lifestyle. So if you can make more money while you're in the league, like why wouldn't you want to do that? And obviously, we know how like secretive the NHL is just in general about like injuries and stuff like that. Like these guys are very like closed door people in the first place. That's just the culture of the league. You're not going to hear like, oh, I didn't sign, and I didn't sign for the Rangers because I wanted to sign for the Panthers because of this. You would never hear that. So potentially there are people out there that do this. They're just not public about it.
Yeah, I don't know what the
I
difference
also
is
said
between,
doo-doo.
between you did say doo-doo.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is between Dallas and Texas and California, but Rantanen didn't want to come here.
Texas doesn't have state income tax.
They don't have a state income tax, or they? Is it just
They do not have state income tax.
they have crazy property tax?
They do, but that's why you just rent. None of these guys own their houses in fucking Texas. Yeah, Manhattan Beach, absolutely. But in Texas, maybe some of the guys. Jamie Benn, right?
Horsefucker.
Horse fucker. So good. I don't know. I'm sure there's conversations out there behind closed doors. And I do think that the teams in Washington, Texas, and Florida have an advantage.
I mean, I could see it. I'm not saying they don't. I was just wondering how often it actually comes up.
Yeah. Well, who knows? I do think there's a way to level the playing field. I don't think it's ever going to be fair for all 32 teams. It's staying at 32 teams, James.
I mean, they've pretty much flat out said it's not.
Yeah.
They're going to 34, and it sounds like Bettman would go to fucking 40 if he could. Let's really dilute
Didn't we have a
talent pool.
bet there, James? Did I ever win that bet?
Yeah.
It was an expansion team by a certain time. I feel like
Houston.
that time is.
Yeah, I don't know if I was ever paid.
James is gonna say that he did.
I'm pretty sure you were.
Nah.
I don't short payments.
I don't think you did intentionally. I think we just forgot about it, but it's fine. James, what are your thoughts? You're being
About
quiet.
Houston? Yeah,
Fuck you.
100%. Any day now. Any day the announcement's coming. $1 million. $1 billion.
That is insane.
It'll be over $1 billion.
I thought you were crazy when you said that, but that's literally gonna be the asking price.
I mean, I was off on the timing, but I was pretty spot on.
That's fucking insane, dude. It's the NHL. If the
Yeah.
NFL expanded, what do you think the fucking buy-in would be?
No. It's more than Otani's contract.
It's just
Yeah.
that's so much. It's got to be
One
like
player.
it's got to be like how do you justify that? Like,
How do you
being the person
justify
that's paying-
$750 million like Seattle did? It's not that much more.
it's not that much more, but that's still insane. But like, how do you, like, you're talking, was it 1 billion, or it was over 1 billion, wasn't it,
It's
James?
over $1 billion. Yeah,
It was over $1 billion is what they're talking. The
I
expansion.
think I saw 1.2 was the number.
Yeah. So like, it's the NHL. According to some people, not all the teams are making money to begin with. Like, how do you justify that?
Yeah, true.
I mean, the WNBA does it every season for the entire league.
Those owners are looking for tax write-offs.
Well, they're also subsidized by the NBA.
Steve said, didn't Utah pay $1 billion just to take over the Coyotes? Maybe all in, but not for the. Was it technically? It wasn't technically an expansion, but.
Oh,
James
wow.
is looking it up.
Here we go. In 2023-2024 NHL season, 31 out of 32 teams were profitable.
The only
Arizona was
non-profitable-
the only team that did not report a profit.
I wonder what kind of profit they make.
They remember they were like late on their rent for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Well, let me give you a story from June of 2024. From 2022-2023 season, Maple Leafs and Oilers. It's funny because someone wrote back to Jesse on a comment that how dare you guys must be brain dead if you think Toronto is a bigger, I think he said bigger city than Edmonton, or if you think Edmonton's bigger than Toronto. But I think he was relating the hockey, following. But in this report from Forbes, or no, Visual Capitalist, I think they got their data. Let's see, NHL. This is compiled by J.P. Morgan Asset Management. Toronto Maple Leafs and Edmonton Oilers brought in $281 million.
Profit or revenue?
Just revenue. So that's the two top markets. The next team brought in 279. Guess the team.
Your Los Angeles Kings.
Your Los Angeles Kings. With a higher evaluation of Edmonton. So the evaluation here for Toronto is $2.8 billion. Evaluation for the Kings is $2 billion. Rangers 2.7. Montreal 2.3. Let's see some of the other.
What,
There's
the Kings
no
was-
other 2 billion
What was the
teams.
Kings?
2.0.
Okay.
So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, actually, let's just do that. There's only 1 billion or less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams that are valued less than $1 billion. $1 billion or less. One of those being Anaheim Ducks. Coyotes being the lowest at $500 million. And their revenue was $120 million last year. Or in 2022-2023.
Steve just posted that they paid $1.2 billion to acquire the Coyotes, which is now Utah Hockey Club. This price included a $200 million relocation, so they paid $1 billion.
Yeah, but they
Or-
bought a franchise. They paid $200 million to the league.
That James just said was valued at $500 million.
Yeah.
So they overpaid. I wonder if that was part of paying off debts that the Coyotes owned.
Potentially.
I mean, they didn't necessarily acquire the Coyotes. They acquired the roster, right? Because the Coyotes are still an entity that could technically come back into the NHL, right?
Yeah.
But they acquired like the teamsmanship.
Teamsmanship.
Yep.
That's a word.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a show title.
That was
too.
in the contract?
Yeah.
What is teamsmanship?
You know exactly what it is, Dennis.
I'd like to hear it explained.
I think that is a Urban Dictionary lookup.
I was just gonna say you should look up her dictionary.
teamsmanship. If this is an Urban Dictionary, dude. I mean, every time we've gone to look up at Urban Dictionary, like something, if something's in there, it's been in there. So, Urban Dictionary, not Urban Outfitters. You fuck.
Yeah, they might have a line called Demonsmanship.
Yeah.
It does
Dude,
sound like an Urban Outfitters
It is
line.
something in Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, is it?
Go
the
on.
act of support. The act of supporting your fellow brosifices in the art of picking up.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Brett, the way you quarantined that girl today was bad teamsmanship for the rest of us. We were stuck answering questions about your faithfulness. Faithfulness. I don't know. That was bad teamsmanship, bro.
Yep, exactly. Anyway, somehow we're already almost at an hour.
Yeah, you want voicemails?
We have voicemails?
Apparently.
Yes, sir.
Is everybody good with the Holland hiring? No one?
Yeah, as long as it's short term. He's won 4 Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Almost won a fifth.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think
good
anyone-
until I'm not.
Hey, if Mikey's right and he smacks Hiller around and gets him
Well-
to play 4 lines in the playoffs, I'm happy.
I said I'd take a little bit of a break from calling you guys, and I have, and a lot has happened, and I do have some notes. I'm just going through my notes.
Oh, he's got notes.
Wow.
Fellas, it's Mark, if you don't recognize my voice. You're a Canadian Kings fan, and a lot has happened in hockey and in my life. I have moved
Oh,
across the country, something bucket list, check. Drove across the country, check, bucket list. From Ontario to BC, I am working in Whistler. Are you
Ooh,
familiar with it? It
Yeah.
is a brilliant little town, and the hiking here is insane. But
Sounds like
let's
mountain
get to the point. All I wanted for my birthday, which is May
Teeth front
5th,
teeth.
Cinco de Mayo,
Oh.
a.k.a. Cinco de Marco, as my friends have been calling it for the last handful of years. Rob got fired. Sounds like Luke probably should have got fired too, but I digress because Luke does represent the team so well, and he seems to have such a solid relationship with the ownership. Sounds like we're going to get Ken Holland. This is not the direction that, as a fan, I want us to go in. I want us to go younger, not old school, but this is what we do. We are old school. We are set in our old ways, and it seems like we are not going to get out of that until Kopi retires. But I think it would be great if we just went with a younger vision when it comes to GMs. Just because we need to change the entire way that we play fucking hockey. Because fuck, guys, seriously, you think Ken Holland has unbelievable resume, unbelievable, but he's part of the old school. This Dallas assistant GM sounds like the guy that we should be getting.
is he
Blake
available?
Disasters. I have written in notes. Oh my god, we're at 3 minutes already. Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna call back. Jesus Christ, Mikey.
Okay.
Actually, it's 2:38.
I don't know if I agree.
Let's see what else he's going to go on with.
I'm back. I've had a few beverages since I've been
Attaboy.
here in Whistler. They have happy hours here, and the weed here is insane. I fucking pretty much quit smoking weed because
That
it's fucking
BC weed?
stupid. I do like smoking the odd cigar to get the little body buzz going along with the beverages. But let's go through, because I have it written down, like I said, notes. Rob Blake's disasters. Signed Ilya Kovalchuk. Cal Peterson, Alex Edler, Andreas England, Paul Emerson had a year. He did good. But what's he going to be like? He'll have a good year next year.
Now you're
But the year after that and the year after that could be a problem. Drafting and trading away players and not putting them in the positions to succeed. Like PLD, like if you sign a guy like PLD, you need to understand how he plays hockey and put him in positions to succeed. I know I'm like behind the eight ball on this, but like I don't fucking care. Look how good he's doing in Washington. I would love it if Washington did well and won the cup, but it seems like I'm literally
Whoops.
Game 4 after watching the post game of Game 4, Dallas versus Winnipeg, and Dallas seems like they're going to win the fucking cup. Rantanen is a goddamn freight train, but I really want Winnipeg to get there. That's who I'm cheering for right now. Winnipeg, Washington, Stanley Cup Finals, Gary Bettman's nightmare. Let's do it. Anyways, PLD. You sign the guy, you ask him to play hockey a different way than he knows how to play hockey. You shouldn't have signed him if you think you're going to change the way that guy plays hockey. It was a huge mistake. You sign him and you don't put him on the first unit power play when he first came in. Anyways, this is fucking last season shit. Anyways, like what the fuck? Why is Jordan Spence not playing puck in the playoffs?
That's a great question.
He proved him. He has done nothing but prove himself time and time again since he's been up in the league. It's like a Tobias Yormfoot situation all over again, except for this guy can fucking play like every day. Oh my God, are we getting cut off again? Are we getting Mikey? Oh my God.
And there we go. Mike, you called it. Yeah, there's a lot of older stuff there, but agreed. I think we all agreed. We weren't comfortable with the trade in the first place. We all agree it was a bad trade. And so that's, yeah, but there's also like, you haven't mentioned any of the good things that happened.
So here's one of the things that I kind of picked up on, and it wasn't in reference to Blake or anything, but I don't know if it was one of Holland's interviews. He basically said, no GM is 100%.
Yeah.
You're going to make a bad move.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Rob made some bad moves, but he recovered from every one of his bad moves. So, I mean, that says something, right? It's got to say something. I mean, he got out of the PLD mess, which is like, oh, this is the worst trade ever, and got a guy that's was a Vezina finalist.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that.
I mean, come on, man. Like,
that was rainbows.
he turned a mistake. He recognized a mistake and got Kemper.
Yeah, and I remember
Everybody was
when that
pissed
trade.
about.
Yeah, I remember that trade happened. People weren't sure about the whole Kemper thing, and they're like, "Did we give PLD enough time? Like, why are we doing this so early?"
Yeah.
Because
I was happy with it.
Yeah, I don't know, and the whole thing, like, it's been talked about to death, so we're not gonna break any news here, but like, it seems like the plan is that Holland is here for a little bit, but they're bringing in somebody, new blood, like everybody wants,
Yeah.
to be the assistant GM and learn under Holland, who has this amazing resume. He's got 4 cups to his name, almost 5. And then he's going to step aside, and we're going to have this new person that's learned under him.
Mm-hmm.
And will have his own ideas. He's not going to be a Holland clone. Nobody will ever be. He's going to have whoever it is going to have their own ideas, and there you go. You got your new blood. But for right now, I think it's definitely the right move.
It's the best move.
The thing is, if Luke would have brought in somebody fresh and the Kings don't make it past the first round, they're going to talk about how Luke needs to be fired because he couldn't hire the right GM. You know, which I guess would still happen if they don't do it again under Holland. But I mean, whatever. Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate.
Any other voicemails?
Yep.
Let's keep moving.
Don't get excited yet.
Right.
You got
So
more,
if
Mark?
you guys had the choice between choosing the defensive lineup that we have right now with the guys that we have, or we could have kept Matt Roy, Sean Dursey, and maybe Sean Walker, and you still, like, imagine if we had Spence, Matt Roy, Sean Dursey, Drew Doughty, Gavrikov, and then Moverare playing like 7, and like no signing Joel Edmondson, even though he did really do a good job this year. I was surprised by him. But now we have we have to move on and we have to evolve. We cannot continue playing puck the way that we are playing
You say
and
Canuck.
expect results.
Yeah.
I am almost fucking done. And now I've moved to the West Coast, so now I can watch hockey games for LA Kings at 7 o'clock, and it's 7:30. It's not 10 o'clock, and I'm up till 1, 2 a.m. in Ontario time. I digress. Andres Lee and Samuel Hellenius. Samuel Hellenius clearly can play in the show. If he's not on the team next year, full ride, there are problems. And Andre
That is-
Lee also, like, we
Yes.
need to just accept the
Luke is
fact
talking.
that Drew
No room.
and Anze are too old to be in prime positions. I'm not saying get rid of them. Just knock them down a peg or two. I mean,
Agree
you
with that.
did it with Brownie when you stripped the C off of him and gave to Kopi, and it was deserved. This shit, and they're doing it, obviously they did it in the playoffs, when they took Drew off of the first unit and put all forwards out there, and then they put Drew with Clark. Clark needs to be top unit power play next year. There's like the dude, you stop containing talent. It's just driving me fucking nuts. Oh my god. Well, Blake had 4 different coaches, but then I listened to Kings of the Pod, and they explained how he really only had 2. Okay, whatever. And he had a contract on the books, like, for the whole year. He could have signed it. Mad respect for him walking away from that. That was great. But, anyways, frustrated Kings fan, thinking about cheering for Washington next year because holy shit, their system looks dope. Go Kings, go!
It's a new Go Kings go.
It is. I mean, saying that the way the Kings play hockey doesn't work when they had a 105-point season
Yeah, that's
that's a pretty bold statement.
it's a bold move, Cotton.
I
See how
think
it
the way
plays
that
out.
Kings play hockey works, the way that Jim Hiller coached in the playoffs,
playoffs,
did not
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
So
That was the only
I'm
problem.
I'm gonna disagree.
I'm happy to disagree with that as well.
Yeah, it's and Mikey was texting me on the side a few days ago, because I asked because he was on Twitter saying that Holland is however he said it, but Holland is basically shut up, Jordan.
What the fuck?
Fuck you, Jordan.
Saying that Holland isn't going to let Hiller do what he did, right? He's going to play 4 lines, or he called him out on it or something along those lines, right? And so I was talking to Mikey about it, and I was like, where did you hear that? Because I haven't heard that. He goes, it was in code. So I went and listened to everything again, and Mikey's 100% right. If you listen to Holland the way he talks about it, he is hinting at the shortening the bench the way it was and playing, 4D was the downfall. And that had to have been talked about with Hiller. and will be something that probably won't happen next year. So if that is the case, because I was happy with Hiller all year, I was definitely not happy in the playoffs. If that is the case, and he's going to learn from mistakes, Holland's going to remind him that he's not going to make those mistakes again, I'm good with Hiller. I feel he did a great job throughout the year. He just did a shit job in the playoffs.
Yep, agreed. Terrible. And yes, Jose, you're right. Jersey was not working for us, so that was the right move as well.
Yeah, Jersey wasn't working. Walker was just an unfortunate casualty of the cap.
Our decor is only going to get stronger. I like the decor we have now. I don't want to go backwards.
I don't think you can complain about the decor. And like honestly saying like, oh, Edmondson, yeah, he was good this year, but is he going to be good next year? Mark, you're reaching right there. You're looking for reasons to be upset because until he proves that he can't do it anymore.
Exactly.
Like, like I can see that people are upset with Doughty, but there's a lot of people that are outside of the Kings fandom that are saying Doughty is still awesome. Maybe he shouldn't be, first D pair anymore, but
I mean, Edler did it into his 80s, so.
Phaneuf did it until he turned into a pylon.
Remember when we had him on the show?
That was great. Still got that picture somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. You guys clear your throats? Let me clear my throat.
All
right, so Ken Holland is our new general manager. And at first I hated it, and now I don't. I mean, he made the Oilers what they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
He won a Stanley Cup with Detroit. Yes,
Cool.
he's still part of the boys club, like Luke's little boys club. So, and
The hockey
same with
world's
Jim
so
Hiller.
small.
Jim Hiller
Why
was
you
an
gotta say
assistant
little
coach
boys
when
club?
I'm pretty sure when Detroit won the Stanley Cup with Holland as the GM. But my only concern, my main concern with Ken Holland is based off like the last 5 years, is that the guy is incapable of acquiring or having a good goaltender. And I
He doesn't
feel like
worry
no one's
about
really
that.
talking about that. Like, how do you have Connor McDavid on your team for the last 9 years, 10 years, and your best goaltenders to today's date are Mike Smith and Jeff Skinner? And the only reason those are your best goaltenders
Jeff Skinner?
are because they happen to be the goaltenders when Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl were carrying this team through the playoffs. So I'm a little concerned about that, but we have Temper right now, for now. Hopefully he doesn't use Carter George or Liam Greentree as trade bait, but I feel like it's inevitable, honestly. I feel like he's going to make a trade because he feels like he has to.
You touch green
it's
tree,
gonna
you
be
die.
interesting. We got an interesting couple of months ahead of us with this guy, with this new change. Should be fun. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Triple Crown Line. Welcome back.
Oh, God.
We're back to the Triple Crown Line. Dennis, I'm trying to leave this at one voicemail. I'm trying so hard. All right, Triple Crown Line. Gadgets for your house. It could be a ladder that folds in 5 different ways.
Oh,
It
God,
could
I have
be-
one of those.
A garlic mincer, slap chop kind of thing.
Ooh, slap chop.
Could be anything. Anything that's useful that not every house has. A
That's
gadget for your
work rate
house.
in prison.
All right.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Gadgets in the house. So do I. I'm a gadget guy.
Yeah, James has all of them.
Yeah, yeah. Excellent. Anything you say right now, I'll go grab.
Real quick though, Holland doesn't need to worry about a goalie. He might need to get one goalie in his tenure, maybe one.
He's not gonna be here for that long.
Yeah, he won't be here that long.
Well, I'm talking about like he might need to get a backup for Kemper. You know, Portillo should be good. If for some reason he's not ready, then he might need to go get one. So I'm thinking he's only got to worry about one goalie. So I'm not. It shouldn't be an issue. Anyway, all right, gadgets. Let's get through this quick. Are there any other voicemails after this?
Dennis, I lied. James, hit the button.
Fuck you, Dennis.
Go, Kings, go!
Appropriate.
Go, Kings, go! Go, Kings, go!
Oh, I got a chef's kiss. Mwah.
Shay says, I think Portillo should be good. He was also injured this year, so should be.
And they make a great combo sandwich too, by the way. I'm fucking in on Portillo's.
All right. Who's first?
Roomba.
Okay. Don't have one, but okay.
You said we name anything, you have it.
Yeah, I just didn't buy into that.
Didn't buy into a robot vacuum at all?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I got a Wesley.
He's like,
I got a Wesley.
I got 3 boys.
Yeah, he vacuums every other day. It's great. I'm gonna go with a Wi-Fi 7 router.
That's fucking boring.
What? That's why I got 2 gig of up and down, and I've got fucking four.
I still. What are you doing that requires 2 gig?
This podcast.
It does not. I
Also-
run it off.
No,
I run it,
no,
I
what
run
it
it
is-
off of
You
like
also don't get 2 gigs
500
from the router.
down,
You
like
get it from the
30
service
up.
that you buy.
the router can handle 2 gig.
Router can handle 10 gig. But also I've got like 40 plus devices on this thing. So I need something to be able to handle all of that. I actually have 2 router systems in the house. I put the kids on a separate one. So I can shut it off when I want to.
They only get 1 gig.
Probably it's
and they have to share it.
It's the one that Verizon gives you with your fiber. So yeah, no, I like the Wi-Fi 7 router. It's amazing. Mesh system, so I can go fucking 5 houses down and still hit my own Wi-Fi.
That has nothing to do with the mesh if you're 5 houses down. Anyway,
It does because I have it right in the garage, so I can spread it out.
okay. I'm gonna go with the Breville.
I knew you were gonna say
Breville
Breville.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't take it first.
I left it for you.
The Breville is amazing.
Yeah, we use our Breville every day.
They call it like the smart oven or whatever. It's fucking amazing. Daily use.
Yeah.
Every single day. What is the next one? Gadget. That was the one I had. We got this new it's like a vacuum / mop in one. Fucking amazing.
Okay.
Got it at Costco.
Casca.
It makes mopping the floors so quick and easy. Battery operated. Beautiful.
Well, if that's the case, then my gadget is our housekeeper.
Carla.
Go gadget housekeeper.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna follow that up with pellet smoker.
God damn it.
That is.
I just thought of that after I said the
I don't know
fucking
if that's
mop.
like a gadget, though.
it's electronic. You plug it in.
Gadget. It doesn't.
plug it
I
in.
mean, he said a slap chop. Slap chops are not electronic, so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna allow it
I'm not
because
saying it needs
after
to
I
be.
said the mop, I was thinking, shit, I should have said the smoker.
Yeah. The pellet smoker it's so much easier than watching your fire all night, but also you can run that up to 550 and you can like put on some amazing burgers or steaks and it's it literally has changed the way we
You
cook.
cook your burgers at 550? Fuck.
Yeah. Well, 450 on those. 550 for steaks.
Bullshit. Okay. Well, my next one is our Ninja coffee maker. It does anything from like little tiny cups of coffee up to like a half carafe of coffee, and it
A
also
half a what?
half a carafe.
What is that?
It's like a half pot.
I don't drink coffee, so.
Lame. But it also does. I exclusively drink iced coffee. You can make iced coffee in it, so like it
Oh, that's rad.
like yeah, like it concentrates the coffee more, so it like takes into consideration the ice melt to like dilute it.
What is it? What is it?
Our Ninja coffee maker.
Ninja. Okay.
Che is very offended at your pellet smoker.
It's a fucking auxiliary oven. And
I love my Traeger.
it also
It adds smoke, brother. It adds smoke.
yep.
It is
Correct.
wood. It is wood.
Wood pellets. And my last one is since we're just like copping out, I'm gonna say our Samsung Frame TV.
We're copping out.
Yeah, I said what I said.
Which one? What was copping out?
Your Wi-Fi system.
That wasn't my
And-
Wi-Fi system.
I was talking to James.
It's a gadget. That is 100% a gadget. You can find it in Popular Mechanics.
You know what else was in Popular Mechanics in the 60s? How to dump motor oil in your backyard.
There you go. You are the dumping motor oil of answers, James.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, our Frame TV is fucking sick. You can put fucking art up on the wall, and people are like, "Oh my god, is that a painting?" Like, no, it's a fucking TV, bitch. And then also, where we have our TV, like, just it's kind of the only wall in our house, so it works. We get some glare in the afternoon, and like the matte finish on the Frame TV, totally like,
That's nice.
yeah, like gets rid of the glare.
That's real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a problem in our TV with that.
Well, get a
That's
Frame
it.
TV. They're only like $2,500.
That's yeah, that's it. I was
Unless
actually
you-
looking at them, but
Unless you know somebody at Samsung and get it for your half off. But
Steve, I can't click on that link.
I saw it, Mikey. It's pretty good.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yes.
All right.
Oh god. I knew you were gonna fucking break that thing out. I still have mine in the package in my cabinet over here. See, that's a gadget.
Yeah. Cheers, gentlemen. Cheers.
All right, I typed that out, Steve, just to see if it would work. Is it going to work? I don't know if it's going to work. No, it didn't work. Breville. Ovens and air fryers.
It's called Smart Oven.
Yeah, they countertop toaster ovens, but they do everything. Yeah, smart oven.
It's called Smart Oven.
Yep. The Smart Oven Air Fryer Compact. Oh, dude, they're actually cheaper than they used to be.
Yeah.
Suck on that, tariffs.
Oh, wait, no, this one looks like it. The Air Fryer Pro. No, that's about $100 more than it used to be. What we have is what is now the Air Fryer Pro.
No, I think it's a Smart Oven Pro.
No, that's not what the front of mine looks like. It looks like the Smart Oven Air Fryer Pro. Maybe
but I found-
the Smart Oven Air Fryer. Anyway,
I found so we're gonna
Yeah,
have to
Breville.
upgrade
You got it
ours
right,
here
Steve.
soon.
oh, don't worry, they got a $500 one now.
Oh, I know, but they also have them like the refurbed, the factory reowned or renewed, and they do it in black stainless now,
Ooh, I see the picture of that. I like that.
and it matches all of our other appliances. So I'm like, that's what even our espresso machine is black stainless. Breville also.
Yeah, the Smart Oven Air Fryer, $349. Yeah, that's about $50 more than it used to be. That's probably the one that we have, and that one is available in all kinds of colors. So,
Yeah.
all right, so I'm last. I'm gonna stick with James Alcohol, the Venturi.
Another good one.
I love our Venturi.
That is also recommended by Jess.
Is that the wine thing?
Yeah.
Yep. It
You drink
aerates
wine?
Yeah. Had glasses of wine last night.
Glasses.
Yeah.
Did you pour them through the Venturi?
I absolutely.
Wow.
You don't drink wine without it going through a Venturi first.
Man, how good was that $2 chuck?
It wasn't $2 Chuck.
You'd be wasting the Venturi if you use it on 2 It wouldn't make a difference.
It would bring out the more flavors in the $2 Chuck, which would make it taste worse. So
Have you seen those things that you
Google it, Michelle. Jess, they actually make a Venturi for spirits as well.
Really?
Yeah, so you pour it and it's got a button and you press it to release the liquor. So you can actually pour, you can measure a shot first and then press the button to release it.
I'd say that's, I mean, what is the difference? That's got to be the difference is the button.
Yeah, because you have to measure it. So I have that one too. But Venturi, very good. The other one, if you like to taste wine but you don't go through bottles.
Martha's. Yes, Martha's. Are you talking about the thing that like you put on the top and then after you're done with it, it injects like nitrogen back into the bottle?
Yeah.
That thing is sick.
Yeah, it's a Coravin. So it's a hypodermic needle that goes in through the cork. So it's small enough that when it pulls out, the cork reseals. But it also fills the bottle with argon,
Argon, that's great.
which is an inert gas, so it doesn't affect the wine. But it makes sure it pushes out all the, it's replacing that space that the wine vacated. So you're not introducing oxygen into the bottle, so it doesn't age the wine. So Coravin, that's when Jess is doing her testing modules and she has to taste we typically have 70 to 100 bottles that she has to go through and taste consecutively, boom, 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 go around. That way she can continue to taste those bottles over, a month and a half without ever opening it.
They're like $300 though, aren't they?
They're not bad. It's the capsules.
Hannah. All right, let's get to the after show.
Yeah. I was just going to call this here. So this is very after show-ish. So, all right. Follow us everywhere. Social media, including Twitch. King's John Pod. Voicemails, text messages, 562-317-0087. Do that shit. Subscribe, reviews, all the podcast places. You can do that too. That'd be great. Good stuff. All right. For James Whitlock, Jordan Heckman, I'm Dennis Wilson saying,
Go, Kings, go!
Go,
Go, Kings, go! Go, Kings, go! How bad?
Fuck was that, Jordan? Go, Kings, go!
I got pretty fucked up off of
I bet.
a beer and love
And it's that fucking cup you're drinking
more
from.
scotch than I'd like to admit. I thought about not drinking tonight.
Analyze and record 3. There's no record 3. What the fuck is record 3?
Analyze. Steve said it was not terrible.
All right. I gotta go. I gotta finish getting ready for a trip I'm leaving on tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow at noon, and I
Where
got
are you going?
going to Oregon,
Why?
mountain biking.
No. Are you flying?
No, I'm driving.
Mm.
Flights did not work out, so I'm actually picking up friends from the airport in Eugene, Oregon tomorrow.
Let it burn, let it burn. Oh,
It's an
sorry.
8.5 hour drive,
I thought we were singing Sublime.
so I got to leave before noon.
Okay.
So yeah,
What time does the flight get in?
they're supposed to land at like 8:30. and I got stuff
Two.
to do in the morning.
2 fuel stops.
One. It's like 500 something miles.
All right, fair enough.
Be able to get there with one stop. It's how many bathroom breaks will I need? That's the question.
You got a tiny little bladder.
I do.
Brian's got to pee.
Yep.
You should get some Gatorade bottles.
Just in case.
Why is Steve drinking for 4 days straight?
So yeah, I'm gonna go do all that stuff.
Sounds like you have diarrhea.
And it sounds like you're peeing.
Clear
So
the
yeah,
line.
I'm gonna try and get this edited before I leave tomorrow, but we'll see
Oh,
because I gotta.
so I should send you files.
You
Or
should send me
file.
files. Send me file. James, send me files.
Yep, do it right now.
So,
All right, I want to get you guys' take on this. Dennis,
real quick,
you know,
because I'm gonna go.
you know about this, so it's not a surprise to you. But I really want Hannah's idea or take on it. So tomorrow is a big day for our youngest. It's his last year in elementary school. And let me get my comments set up so I can see the answers. We won an auction item at the school auction.
Of course you did.
Well, we won all the auction items, but he won. One of the things that's happening tomorrow morning is we paid to have our son kidnapped by his teacher at 6 a.m. and taken for donuts and then taken to school in his pajamas.
Nice.
So we'll be up at 5:45 and waiting for the teacher to show up at 6. And then he goes and picks up there's 3 kids that won it in each class. And so then all 9 kids get together and they all get to have donuts together. So it's only for the 5th graders. It's only their last year. And
Fucking love donuts.
yeah, it's so cool. It's such a thing. So all my boys have gotten to do it. In fact, and they're like, "Hey, do you think maybe you could let us know when that's going to happen? Because we need to make sure we're sleeping in pants that night." So I'm like, I told him tonight, I'm like, for the next week, I would wear pants. I'll drop the AC down a couple degrees, make it cooler, but we're going to be wearing some pants for the next couple nights.
Can you imagine what James would have to pay if there was 2 other parents that had the same situation, multiple kids that have done this every year, and there's only X amount of spots available, but that auction price just keeps going up? He doesn't want James Luke to be the only one that didn't get it. How much
yeah.
would James be willing to pay?
Oh yeah, no, he wins all the teacher times because all the brothers got teacher times, and there's someone in his class that her dad pays for everything. He'll pay the buy it now price for everything. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to win anything in James's class this year. But because there was 3.
Yeah, that must be really annoying, James.
I know.
Honestly,
Taste my own medicine.
In auctions like that, there shouldn't be a buy it now price.
Yeah. Well, you're
think
limiting
that's
yourself
stupid.
because I would
I think
definitely
it's
bought him out for the sign, like the classroom sign,
Yep.
your name on the wall. I would have bought him out for that.
Yep.
Like-
Would have gone above what he paid.
Let's go. I got adult money, dude. We can have fun with this.
I got adult money. Apparently, so does he.
Oh, he has more adult money than me.
He's got buy it now money for sure.
He's one of the heads of a very famous sneaker company. So he's got much more money than me.
He's
Just
got more adult
Skechers
money.
just sold for $9.4 billion.
I did not know that.
Funny you said
To who?
Skechers.
Huh.
Some Brazilian investment company.
No, sorry.
It's sold for $1 Brazilian. Ah!
Oh my God.
Yes, that was great.
I came up with that right now. That was pretty good.
That was pretty
Oh
awesome.
my God.
$9 Brazilian.
It's like 5 cents, right?
Yeah. Skechers owns half of Manhattan Beach. The family that owns Skechers, they own half the properties in Manhattan Beach.
They
It's
don't own
insane.
it anymore.
But they do. They own that, and they also have $9.2 billion.
No, I'm talking about they don't own Skechers anymore.
No, but they own a lot of it's like single family homes. They are the Blackwater of the South. Blackwater? Yeah, Blackwater.
Yeah, Blackwater.
Yeah, of the
Black
South
Rock.
Like, yeah, there you go. Yeah, see?
Blackrock.
Yeah.
Blackwater's different. More guns in that one.
All right. I'm going to bail.
All right. Fuck
Do
you
the
then.
thing.
Oh yeah, we got to send files.
Yeah, send files.
Well, I have to unplug shit to send files, so if we're sending files, I gotta go too.
Love you guys. Bye.
Toodles, don't break your neck.
I'm going to try not to.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
Try.
Good game.
He's with enough people. He should be fine.
Yeah. I mean, break your neck can be instant, but that's fine.
Who is that? Busta Rhymes. Break your neck. Where's my thing, though? Is it inside? Yeah, I think it's inside. I'll be back.
It's always weird when I have to sit here and fill dead space. You should tell him that when he's here, then, Mikey, not when he's gone. Sorry. Nah, fuck that.
Yeah, I still have this lip balm for you, Jordan. One bite, everybody knows the rules. Barstool.
Does it taste like pizza?
It's pizza lip balm.
Dude, Che, the Al Pastor chicken, like, was low key, like, one of my favorite things I got from you.
Oh, chicken.
Yeah. Like, it's like he does, like, chicken quarters for, like, $5.
That's got to be my next order then.
Yeah, get, like, 4 of them.
I know, right? Might do some of that for the fourth party.
Hmm.
You know, the one that you never come to.
I've been there.
I've heard about it.
We came once, maybe twice.
Once. I'm not gonna give you shit. Anytime you come, you're more than welcome.
That's what she said. Whoa, Al Pastor, skinless pork belly. I could fuck around with that.
Where's that at? Oh, here we go. I'm thinking of doing some. Yeah, if you need to try that out, let me know.
If you need taste testers, we're here for you.
We'll test that.
Yeah,
We'll test that live.
in your mouth. What?
In our mouths. Yeah, I don't know where my thing is to transfer files.
Adapter?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I will have to also disconnect to transfer files.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right, everyone, we love you all.
On that note, see you guys probably next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you like the? How do you guys like the little comments in the little small window now? I kind of dig that because it keeps the integrity of the screen better, and then we'll pull up one whenever it pops up, and it's like, okay, we're going to talk about that. We can do that, but it's all there. You can read it. It's harder for us because we have like the whole. It's like our screen is only what you see is like a fifth of our screen. So there's all these management tools we have to keep going. We have to keep. So for me to read it, it's a little tougher, but I've got a comment window on the right, like you would in a Teams meeting or something that I can see them bigger. But is it big enough for you guys to read that?
Steve says he can't see it, but Steve's old like you. Hannah
Hannah
can't see
says-
shit.
You
Can we
can't see
make
that
it?
box?
Can we make it bigger?
I don't know. Let me go
'Cause
full
if we
screen
can-
for a second.
If we can, I need to talk to that guy.
I can read it. I just made it full screen. I can totally read it. OG style is good, but that's someone clicking it every time. Like we're clicking every one that pops up as it comes on. So that is bigger, but it is a lot more. Oh, there you go. 65-inch. Jeez.
Can't step up your game, fuckers.
Who does a 13-inch anymore? Big Che brings the big dog. Yeah, there's no auto tick. Well, this is now the auto tick. So this is, but there's no way, and it's a beta for them. So it's not even rolled out yet. We're just testing it.
Testes. I've got two.
Okay, on the phone. Oh, yeah. OG replays a lot better. I'll have to watch the YouTube version of it, see what it looks like. That's a good point. Feedback's good. I love the feedback.
Feedback. Dennis said, whoa, that's my face bigger.
Scared you.
Fuck, I'm ugly.
Like, what, Jordan?
Ah!
There's tons of like layouts we can do on these. Peace out, bitch.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna take off. Love y'all.
All right, I'm out of here
Is there a
too.
setting where you can just have the comments play in the box over
Yeah.
time?
Holy ADHD.
I know, right? I'm sorry. Good night. Love y'all.
Squirrel.
It's my life, bro.
Night, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Toodles.